Texas Living with Hillary Kennedy and Kimberly Whitman.
Hey, welcome back to Texas Living. Well, since dental checkups are a necessity, the anxiety that can accompany those can be really unbearable for some North Texans. So how do you overcome these very real fears? Well, Dr. Belinda Marsaw from Dental Delite is here to share some very calming ideas about this. So, Dr. Marsaw, going to the dentist can be very traumatic and scary for some people. Now, we know it's not, but it definitely can be.
Right.
And do you see people fairly regularly that are intimidated by going to the dentist?
Well, we see people that start off that are intimidated, but as they become more familiar with our staff and with their dentists, they become more part of a family. And so we see it as almost like a family event.
Right, so they're familiar with you, they feel comfortable when they come in. Well, so I've heard that one of the best things that you can do if you have anxiety about going to the dentist is to really educate yourself on the procedure that you're going there for.
That's right.
So if you're going for a cavity filling or just for a cleaning, what could people do to kind of feel
well,
better?
in today's world, there's just so much out there on the internet that you could look at. But also, once you get to the dental office and there are particular procedures that you're going to be experiencing, it's really good to just be educated on those particular procedures and how they relate to you. So you make it personal, and you're better able to overcome some of those fears and that anxiety.
And are there any questions that are off limits when people come in and want to know about the procedure? And
yeah, what are you going to do to me? We always tell them, what are we going to do for you?
Right, not to you, but for you.
For you, yes. Let's change that preposition a little bit.
Well, and I know something else that that we've talked about before the show is just having realistic expectations when you're going to the dentist.
Right, right. And you really improve your expectations by educating yourself. So it really builds on education. The expectation should be at least communicated as well to the dentist or to the staff, and that way everybody's on the same page, and people are more likely to have a more pleasant outcome and a positive experience.
Well, in most procedures, you aren't sedated or don't have to be sedated.
Right.
So you say eat. If you're not going to be sedated, eat something.
That's right. You know, one of the biggest fears people have is, when am I going to be able to eat? And once they know that they can eat pretty quickly, or that, that eating is, if they're full, they're a whole lot more relaxed if they're full. So we always encourage people, if you're going to come, go ahead and eat. Sometimes we'll have snacks there for them. If they're rushing in from work.
So that makes it nice.
Yeah, it helps them to relax. Eating helps us all relax.
Absolutely. Well, and I know another thing that's really great to do is to communicate the fears that you're having before the procedure ever takes place. Is that right?
That's right. I believe sometimes, in most cases, once a person is able to communicate their fears, they almost dissipate just by simply communicating them, because they almost answer their own concerns by hearing it. So when they communicate the particular fears that they have, they can be addressed by the staff, they can be addressed by the dentist. We at Dental Delite like to explain in detail, what we're doing. We also like to show our patients on iPad or direct them to the internet. So yeah, really doing that helps tremendously.
Well, and what about making appointments? Because I know some people really rush to get to the dentist, and when you're rushing, it just adds to that anxiety.
That's right. That's right. We find that most of our patients that come into Dental Delite after 5 o'clock, it's the most relaxed group we'll see all day. They're all chill, and they listen to the music, and they're just so easy to work with. But those people who come in between appointments are always, likely to have high anxiety.
Well, so what are your hours?
Well, we start at 7 a.m. and we finish around 7 a.m. So we have long hours, but we want to make sure all of our patients have access.
Come in the morning or come in the evening.
That's right.
Well, these are very helpful tips.
Yes.
Make the appointment when you're comfortable and come full.
That's
Well, if you'd like more information about Dental Delite, you can call 214-398-1234, and you can also reach them by checking out Facebook.